Sedvonia, my pojedziemy w Rīgu. Today we are going to Riga just to see and check it out what it has become since the last time I went in 2022. It was in November 2022, right? And it was very cold. That's as much as I remember. And currently it's in September right now. And I thought maybe why not go check it out again and see what Riga is like now. I just got my breakfast from Lidl, salmon sandwich, you know how it is, and currently walking to the bus station. We have now just made it on the bus. The bus came literally at the right time, perfect timing, 8:55. And check it. The only person on the bus right now. We have arrived in Tartu and there's still about 4 hours left to go to Riga. Alright guys, we have just crossed the border from Estonia into Latvia through the town of Valga. And to my surprise, there isn't any stop. There wasn't any border control crossing station that we had to stop and check everything. So we just went straight through across the road into Latvia. We have arrived in Riga, as you can tell. That is the central station market. And that's the old town over there. I'm officially back in Riga, guys. I'm just walking away from the bus stop, which is on the right there. The central market over there. And you can see the little styling architecture building over there, which is the Latvian Academic of Science, and they have a nice platform terrace, take an overview. And I am walking towards my hostel, which is located in this direction, and that is where the old town is situated. See the flag, guys. I am definitely back in Latvia. First impressions right now, there is much more people this time than the last time I came, but I believe that's simply because of the time and the season I went. And I remember, so for example, this street here next to this beautiful cathedral, the three brothers in Riga. In Tallinn there is the three sisters in the old town of Tallinn. This is the three brothers, which is the older version of the trios. And I remember this building very vividly. And right now, as it says here, it's a Latvian Museum of Architecture. The Three Brothers is a complex of 3 houses built between the 15th and 17th centuries. Among the three is the oldest known surviving stone-built house in Riga, and a building with a facade based on drawings by Hans Redemian de Vries. I butchered that really hard. The building are characteristics of dwelling houses found in Hanseatic towns in the Baltic region. The Three Brothers have become a symbol of cultural heritage protection systems in Europe. So this is the famous Riga Blackheads Guild, and to the right here you have the Latvian Occupation Museum, documenting Latvia's time under the Soviet Union. And you have the river over there, and in the distance you have the National Biblioteca, the library. Hopefully we can get to this church without our face getting frozen. I've got my ticket up to the tower. The Riga Old Town. First of all, I'm just glad my face isn't freezing and isn't frozen like the last time I was here. Actually enjoy the nice view. Over here we have the central market, and in front of that is the bus station and the train station, of course. And then over there we have the Latvian Academic of Science. And then I believe that green and yellow building, if I'm not mistakenly wrong, I probably am wrong, is the Ukrainian Cathedral. So in this direction over here we have the Freedom Monument, and behind that the Russian Orthodox Church. I believe it's called the Christ of Nativity. This is a beautiful park next to the Russian Orthodox Church. Look at this beautiful building. Shining, quite literally shining. Unlike all Russian Orthodox churches, you can't actually take photos or record videos inside, unfortunately. But for the most part, we can look, and I can show you guys the outside of this church. I wonder what's going on over there. Interesting. I just met a fellow traveller who said you can go to this fancy hotel, which is where I am now, as you can see, and then you can go to something floor anyways, and then you can see a view of Riga. And I hadn't done this the last time I came here. Yes, so I'm in the right place. So I'm currently standing in the toilet of a 4-star hotel inside its Skyline high-class bar. And you guys could have saw, I couldn't just sit down and order a drink because one of the drinks would probably break my budget for the day. So I came to the toilet and I realized, to my surprise, they also have a proper nice view here as well. So if you just come this way, and past the urinals, we have this spectacular view of Riga and its old town. In this lift going down. Because you know, I'm living in a place right now where there isn't any Asians. I had to come to Riga and I had to at least eat something Asian, simply because it exists here. I've gone for this chicken noodle with teriyaki sauce. So I just checked out from the hostel and it's just past 10 a.m. But the thing is, I woke up at like 6 a.m. because underneath our hostel was this bar slash club, and they were blasting music till like 3 a.m. in the morning. And now I want to cross the bridge and go to the National Library and check what's the library like over there. Crossing the river, we have arrived in the more residential side of Riga. As you can see, it's very like the typical Soviet bloc looking buildings in a sense. Not a surprise, obviously. The Holy Trinity Church. Check out this beauty. I think they're doing their Sunday service right now, as you guys might be able to hear. So it's best not we enter this time. The National Library opens at 11 a.m. and I thought I'd just do a quick excursion to the Holy Trinity Church, which you guys just saw now. And this should be open in about 10 minutes. No, it shouldn't actually, because I just realized it's 11 a.m. on a Monday and it's a Sunday, so we don't get to go in. Back onto the bridge, the library there, Old Town over there, but we're heading towards that direction, towards the bus station, but also the central market, and behind it we have made it inside the pavilions. I just came from like the fish market pavilion, which is down there, and they call it vegetables as well. I had not eaten breakfast yet, so I decided to come or eating this borscht. This borscht is piping hot right now. I had already started digging in because I was so hungry, but I also got, alongside the borscht, varenikis with potatoes and bacon. So I just got reminded of something. Another reason, in a sense, of why I decided to come back to Riga. And this was to see the language disparity that is used here compared to last time. Now that's beside the point that this is an international city, so obviously you're gonna hear like Spanish, French, Chinese on the streets. That's normal for international city. But what I was interested in more was the Russian use here, and in the sense of de-Russification. And not to my surprise, the usage of Russian language on the streets that I hear, anyways, that I'm hearing, this may not be the truth, but that I'm hearing this time that I came here, is, I would say, much less than the last time I came here, nearly 2 years ago. And the reason I remember about this notion just now is because as I'm sat here eating my borscht and my varenikis, I heard the street vendors speak Russian. So the places that I ordered my food, the ladies were speaking Russian. And the lady that's selling cheese over there was also speaking Russian. So I was reminded that, oh, Russian is still kind of relevant in this place, even though there has been in a push of so-called de-Russification. For example, here you see Russian. So we have Latvian, English and Russian. And I just think that's very interesting compared to how it was the last time I came here. The central station of Riga. Yeah, and as I remembered, this station isn't at all too big, nor in fact too visually appealing in a sense. I mean, this is the main entrance door, and there are much better European main train stations out there for sure. But I guess it does its job. The Latvian Academy of Science building, a prime example of styling architecture. You can go up and see a panorama view of Riga, but I'm not going to do that since I did go up on St. Peter's yesterday as well. I was just looking on Google Map what's new around this area, and I just came across this place. It's a bit different compared to the part of Riga. How should I say? It's a bit alternative. But the main point is this here. This sculpture of a fox. That is the bus stop right there. So I think I'm going to call this an episode. Thank you for watching my, in a sense, my revitalization of Riga, Latvia. Spasiba. Peace.